Hello. Hi. So, yeah, I'm just reviewing your campaign, and here I do see different issues which you have. So, maybe we can start with the campaign and the mailboxes. So, for example, let's go with your most recent campaign, which is Texas Investors. So, let's click on that. And I do see you just have one step. So let's click on sequences, and I do see you have this sequence. I mean, the first thing is, which I always mention in all of the cases, is make sure your email copy is less than 75 words, or maybe 80 words, ideally less than 75 words. And the next thing is to make sure you don't have any spam words in this, and ideally you should not have this address mentioned here, because the thing is, if you will have it, maybe you will get issues with the spamming, or could be like the postal code could trigger a spam filter, or maybe it could look like a newsletter, ideally, because I mean, usually the newsletters have these kind of addresses and all that stuff. So in terms of using the signature, I mean, what I could say is, let's say, even if you send it from any mailbox, so this is fine. The name is fine. I would say create two copies, one with your company name and one without the company name, so you can know which email copy is performing better. And this line is okay. We usually say as a postscript. I mean, if you want to add maybe, I mean, just a postscript. Okay. And um, I mean, ideally, it should be, uh, as I mentioned, less than 75 words, and make sure to not mention one word multiple times, like here. This is three times, as this could look spammy. Okay, and another thing is, I mean, if you can personalize, that would be really great, because as you're sending the same email copy a lot of times, this could also trigger spam as well. And to give you an example, I can open one of the instantly. So for example, I do have a campaign which I'm opening for you. Okay, so let's say I'm here in this instantly, and as you can see, my campaign, this have like 3.444% reply rate. And if I open this campaign, I can show it to you how it looks like. So the total emails were 11,480, and some of them bounced, which were like 185. You need to make sure your bounce rate is less than 1% somewhere, so you don't end up going in spam. Okay, so this is fine. Even if it is less than 2%, your bounce rate should be less than 2%. So that's one thing. And the next thing is you should aim for a reply rate of 2% at least. If you're not getting, there is some problem with your email copy or the mailboxes. But the mailboxes, I mean, I will come back to that. But before that, let's talk about the email copy. So for example, the subject line, there is some personalization here. You need to make sure you have some personalization in the subject line, because if you send 1,000 or thousands of emails with the same subject line, that will look like a newsletter. Okay, and now you will see we have lots of randomization, or I would say in this case, it's syntax. Okay, so if I preview, I mean, each copy will have some different wordings. Okay, and you see, like, it's a short email. Okay, and the leads are highly targeted. In your case, I can understand it's for the um, event, and you could say that, but should be short and highly targeted. And then this is a pitch. Okay, and after the pitch, you just ask for, like, should I send you, or you want to see this or not. So after that, there's a second email as well, which you should also be having. I do see you only have one step. You should be having two steps. And the second one should also have the syntax as well and the signature. And if I talk about the signature is also very simple, just the name and maybe the title. Okay, because if you have the company name as well, you need to make sure each email copy is different. That's the main objective. Your each email copy should be some percentage different from the other email copy. That's what we need to make sure. And the spin text does this, and within that have a limit of your words and at least 2 steps. And if I show you about the analytics show the first step received like 140 replies, and the second step received like 83 replies. So I highly recommend at least 2 steps. Okay, so the first step generated like 19 opportunities, and the second 7, and the the third one 9, and the fourth 3. So at least have 2 steps or 3 steps, depends on you, with some days of interval, let's say 3, or in this case we had like 10 days. So it depends. And if I talk about the mailboxes now, so the mailboxes, I mean, to me, they looks fine, because the thing is, if you check their warm up, the warm up is going well. Okay, even if I check some random ones, so they are all going in inbox. Usually we say a mailbox is healthy if they have a percentage of more than 90%. So if they have, let's say, at least 90% health, we say them healthy, and they won't get any issues. So yeah, I mean, they looks healthy. And even if you see here, your least is 81%. I would recommend the ones which are less than 90%, let's say these three. Do not send from these, and keep the warm up on for these. And after that, the ones who have more than 90%, keep using them, as they won't have any issues. So for a few days, yeah, just pause these 3 mailboxes, and then you can continue once your health score is more than 90%. So coming back to your campaign now, I think you can compare at least the issues which I mentioned. Now these codes are also, I mean, these could also trigger the spam as well. So I mean, what I would ideally say is, let's say, to give you a short example, I will just go to Claude and ask the Claude to um, rewrite this under 70 words or 75 words with syntax for instantly, and no spam words, and try to offer free value, and um, uh, for maximizing uh, deliverability, make sure uh, follow to best practices of cold email. Okay, so the main idea is just to write any kind of spammy words, or sometimes these dates could have the spammy words. So we need to avoid these things. Or if you repeat the same name, Texas Capital, that could also have an issue. But even I can imagine you have the company name or the conference which is taking place on a date at a location, and we could or rewrite this in some different ways. Okay, so well, let's check that. And yeah, once you start using those, you won't see any issues, and it will start working fine. And the main thing is you don't need to I mean, you ideally need a clean ICP list. And if I go here, so I just need to see you actually sent 395, and out of 395, 67 bounced. So this is a big number, okay, which is 16% bounce rate. I mean, this is not good. You ideally should have the bounce rate less than 2%. I mean, like in the other campaign I showed you, it was 1.6%. So make sure your lead list is clean. They are verified. We do use Reown. This is an email verifier. and this can really verify your emails. Uh, I mean, like before sending, you can know if this email is valid or not. Okay, so use a tool like Rion, and then this will really make down your bounce rate less than 2%. And after that, with your copy. So for example, here I do see still Claude mention some of the quotes. So I would say make sure no spammy triggers like quotes or anything which could trigger spam. So ideally we need to send it like this, like a complete plain text with nothing which could be found in a spam list, okay, or a spam word. Because why I'm saying this here, we don't have any kind of codes, or we don't have any kind of, I would say, anything which is other than the plain text, I would say. So you need to make sure you have it like this, okay? Like a plain text where you can pitch your thing and mention that. And I would also say maybe Claude to like this, maybe follow a pattern like this, because this is a working email copy for us and a source of truth as well. Okay, so this actually rewrote in a way uh, to make curiosity, okay, and to look at like this. And still, you mentioned the date is on this, and it's very short as well, okay, and to the point. So you can try that. And another thing is, you don't need to send one copy all the time. I mean, we can have another variant. Ideally, I recommend to have at least three ABC, so you know which one is performing better for you. Okay, so that's the main idea. So even if I do it like this, I will just add your signature, and yeah, that's it. Let's preview. Okay, so usually in instantly we have double curly braces. I will just ask Claude to use that, because instantly doesn't recognize single curly braces. Okay, like this. So let me copy this, and I will just like this. Okay, just remove any extra words from here, and let's say preview. Okay, this is also not good. So like this, one thing I left out, this is just to create curiosity. I would say if you can use Clay to personalize it on the LinkedIn level, that's also fine. Or the website level, you could have an line opener based on that. So I mean, you're trying to offer with curiosity, and then here you have your page, and want me to send over the details or something like that. And even here, let's not hard code it. I will just add the signature, and I will also ask Claude curious subject lines, because no one will open if they can guess what's your subject line and know what this email is about. Okay, so could be something like this, or anything which could make your email curious. Okay, and I would highly recommend to create like 2, 3 copies for the first step one, and then know which one is performing better for you. Because I mean, the single one, it could be, I mean, it could be possible I'm missing something, and I could have it, I could another version. So for example, I'm just getting another curious version here, and then you can check that out. Okay, so try two, three versions, and then it will work fine for you. I mean, ideally, that's the main idea, how we do the cold email and how it works for us and for everyone, how it's working. So just clean it a bit. Okay, so yeah, this is another way of saying this. So you can also mention this and just remove these lines because it's generated from an AI tool, which we don't want to show to the end client. So this is also fine, and the subject lines could be like this. Yeah, ideally you want a subject line which make your recipient curious to open your email, and then a very short direct. That's it. Yeah. And then, yeah, you can add a second step as well. And the second step could be a follow-up. And yeah, this will start working for you. And even if you see from your subject line, everyone knows what is this about. And maybe most of the people will think this is a transactional email and let's not open it. This will really make them curious to open this. And then you are asking them, this is about this, energy, power, and data. And if you read this is correct, they will definitely reply to you. So yeah, that's the main audit from my side, and hopefully it will resolve your issues. And if you still get any issues, looking forward to help. Thank you very much.